What's up, everybody? This is Fatima, and I'm back to do another video, another channel message. Okay, so you met the ideal person, or so you think. You started dating someone, or either you thinking about it, but it's just something about them. Can't put your finger on it. You're not sure if this person is gonna be worth your time or not, or if you're single and you just on that case sarah, and it's whatever is whatever, and anything, whatever comes across your path, not whatever now, not whatever, whoever that looks of quality to you, right? Even if you're looking or not, depends on if you're a masculine or a feminine. If you're feminine, you're not looking for, you are attracting. Masculine, you are looking for, right? All right, so these are the signs that you need to pay attention to along your journey, because 2025, it ain't no more of that stuff from last other year time frame, right? So we're going to run it up through the houses, and we're going to look at the new checklist for 2025 here on out. The things you need to look for and a potential long-term partner. Run through the houses. All right, first house, Aries, the masculine, the father figure, the protector, the provider, the hunter, right? The one that is determined, the one that will stop at nothing to provide for their family. They are the leader, they are the head. Aries rules the head, okay? So what is this person's character like? That's what you need to give time so that they can develop into, so that they need time. You need to take time so that you can see this person's full character. You need to see them in full motion in all aspects before you really settle down with someone. Still in dating phase here, okay? Second house, Taurus. What are they coming with? Taurus rules over the money, the possessions. They are known as a fixed sign. They are a stubborn one. Aries is the cardinal sign. Okay, these are like messengers. Okay, they come as messengers. They have a gift of communication in certain ways, but they are very masculine. They are the baby boss. It's their way or no way. Okay, they are firm. They want nothing but to protect you, but they are the masters of manipulation, whether good or bad. They know how to make some stuff happen. They represent part of the movers and shakers, because you got to have the head before you align with the body, right? You got to manifest here. You have to see it here. So what does Taurus say? Money, possessions. You don't have to be materialistic. What do you bring to the table? You examine self. Aries is the self. Look at self. What do you have to offer? Are your standards too high or too low? Are you willing to budge or not? You shouldn't when it comes to you, because there's no negotiation if you are this energy here. This is the boss together. Aries, Taurus energy. This means someone has a lot to bring to the table. This means this person has the capability to produce wealth, good health. They got a good head on their shoulders. They are focused on that bag. You ain't taking nothing from them because they built from the ground up. All right. So what's the next house? Gemini. How do they think? What do they think? Right. Let me back up just a second. With Taurus, it's you want to look. Do they have their own place? Do they have a job? These are simple qualifications. Are they old enough for you? Make sure that a person is old enough for you. Show some ID before you get any deep. Quote from R. Kelly, right? Okay. Make sure they have their own. It's very important. Their own house or place to live, apartment, whatever. Their own stability. Okay. Do they have their own food? Do they own their own hairbrush? Do they have clothes? Do they have their own clothes? Do they have money to buy and protect and take care of themselves? Because if they can't for you, you can't expect them to provide for you. Can you provide for yourself before you ask someone to provide for you, right? All right. So now we're looking at the next house. How do they think? Gemini is the thought, the duality, the dual mind. Okay? Do they have balance in their own cranium? Is their medulla oblongata in order? Are they missing a couple of chromosomes? Respectfully. Respectfully. Did they give some to the other people of their past? What's their thought process? You know what I'm saying? Are they up in the air? Do they like to feed people dreams? Do they lie? Are they a Gemini or a Gemini? That is what you need to examine over time. Don't rush because you can easily get that karma. This has become a commercial now. All right, next house, Cancer, the emotional one. Are they emotionally stable? Are they emotionally content? We're looking at the security, the moon. What makes them secure about their manhood or womanhood? Do they have insecurity issues? Right? Their inner self. What's the relationship like with their mother? Hmm? What their mother like? What their grandmother like? How do they respect the woman in the family? Do they respect their inner feminine, or they out here like a loose floozy? Hmm? Are they a crabby patty? Are they an introvert? Okay. Examine yourself. Is that something you could deal with? Are you settling if this person is in reverse? In this, the crab is in their element. They're not. They are. They're not. Are they a fish out of water? Or they are fish in the bowl? Or are they a fish in the ocean? Are they free? Okay? What are they like? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so we got Cancer. Okay, do they got a baby mother? Hmm? What's the relationship like with their family? What's the home like? Where they live? They tell you? You ever seen it? If you just starting off, that's fine. But I'm telling you, these are the things that you need to have on your checklist. All right. Next house is Leo. What do they like to do for fun? Are they full of drama? Are they about that bullshit? They all about themselves. Is that their hair? Do they wear a toupee? Hmm? Do they just care about looks? Are they just full of themselves? Are they full of pride and ego? This is what the moon reveals over time. Okay? Do they got children? And if they got children, is the relationship with their baby mother? How did they treat him? There's a reason for everything. If a person is present, excuse me, if a person is present in their children's life, that's important. How do they treat their children? What's the relationship like with their children? Because children don't lie. Some children do lie. But when it comes to certain things, children don't lie. Because children, one thing about children, they learn based off of the behaviors that the people that are older or that influence them, they learn from those people. We are the input to their output. So what would they do with the children? Are they a disciplinarian? Huh? How do they apply it? Taurus, Aries. Okay, we'll go more into that. But how do they apply it? How do they apply discipline? Do they instill morals and values into their children? Do they get the morals and the values? Where do they get it from? The mother or the father or both? Right? What the fuck is you about now? All right, I'm giving you back in my zone. I'm silly like that. It is what it is. I'm trying to be a little bit slightly professional, but me at the same time. So, all right, let's look at the sixth house. Virgo, my favorite. We are the analyzers. Okay, Aries, I am. Taurus is I speak. I have. Taurus is I have because they are the material. Gemini is I think. Cancer is I feel. Leo is I will. They rule over the heart, the willpower. Do they even got heart? Do they? What's their character really like? These are the things that a person's mind, emotions, and actions will manifest and show you as far as who they are. These are the things that you have to believe about a person's character. Now, Virgo, I analyze the analytical one. Health, work. Like I said, do they got a job? And if they got a job, does it provide stability for them? Is it enough for them to bring an equal give and take, bring some reciprocity to the table? Okay. What the health look like? Do they got health insurance? Do they take care of their own health? Do they take care of the health of all of their children? Yes or no? No. Why? Why? Right? Because we're talking about a child. 11:11 on the clock right now. Make a wish. All right. Virgo is the helpful one. They rule over service. They are into health. That's the type of person that you would want a Virgo on your team. Virgos get a lot of bad rep because there's a bad zodiac sign out there when it applies to all people. You know what I'm saying? There's good and bad in everything. Okay, we have to look at the good representatives of each astral house and zodiac sign. Okay, now, so with the Virgo, do they eat healthy? What is the relationship like with themselves? Are they healthy with themselves? Do they protect themselves? Do they have a lot of we'll get into that next one because the next one is Libra. Libra is I balance. So now we look at the house of relationships, marriages, partnerships, all ships, relationships with the money, the second house, relationship with their health, relationship with their mind, the relationship with the mother, relationship with the self. Examine all of these things over time. Go in with the mindset. Don't be high acidity, but go in with the mindset like, are you even good enough for me? Don't look at it like, are you good enough for someone? Are they good enough for you? Because your higher self knows what you want. Okay. So now when you look at the ships, this is legal stuff. Is Popo looking for them? Because if they're looking for them, then they're going to be looking for you. You're going to be intertwined somehow. These signs right here, this Libra rules over the karma. Okay? These if a person got a sun sign or a Libra in a Saturn in Libra or Saturn in Jupiter, you Libras have to have balance. Okay, that is important. And anytime Libra does not have balance, Libra will remove their self from the equation to where their scales will balance. They have to have balance, equal give and take. The duality, the light and the dark has to have balance. They bring balance and order to things. Libra works with Saturn. They work with time, order, and restriction. You get what you give, and you will get it back however you give it. Okay? So just remember, what kind of karma is the person going through? Over time, it will be revealed because Libra is your open enemies. You don't even got to do nothing, and it just comes out when it comes to Libra energy. Okay? Now, next house you have is Scorpio. Secrets. Everybody got secrets. And just because a person has a secret doesn't mean that they're a backstabber or whatever, right? But when you talk about the secrets, you talk about the fears. People have a habit of manifesting their fears. And when you assume that someone will be this way or decide one way or the other, your fate, you're giving them power because this is Pluto energy and Mars energy. This is where you give people and things and places your power. This is what you need to take back. Where are they giving their power to? What are they afraid of? Okay, that's important because that is tied to the moon. This is moon energy also. That's tied to the root. The fears stem from home. It stems from the karma that is trickled down through the mother, the 1515 on the clock. This comes from the mother or father. It depends who was more in the feminine energy, right? How did the mother and father, what did the mother and father teach this person when it came to being honest, upfront, especially with the self, okay? Scorpio also rules over your like house of joint finances and things like that. So Scorpio and Libra can go, you can't have one without the other. Okay? Because when you have work, you have wherever you work at, you might have financial ties from other people. So what is the karmic relationship monetarily with other people? Because people get in relationships, right, where it is based off of money or is based off of some type of contractual agreement, which is ultimately tied to money. Who taught you that? And if it's not business, you know what I'm saying? Who taught you to get into any partnership that is not a business relation and call it love? It's lust. Okay, so that's another reality that needs to be seen. Okay, and then the next house after Scorpio is Sagittarius. This is all about spirituality, your beliefs, the illusion, the traveler. What do they like to do? Where do they travel? Are you willing to be in a long distance relationship, short distance? Where do they like to go? What are the things that they like to do? That goes hand in hand with Leo, because the fire signs, they are the doers, right? These people are action based. This is known as a protector, a hunter, provider. You know, the person that that Sagittarius says, I see. Do they go after everything they see? Or are they honorable? Are they more in their naturistic side, or are they more in are they more like human nature, or are they more like a animal? You know what I'm saying? What do they have balance? Do they have spirituality in their life? Are they just programmed? Are they just the one that believes everything? This what type of relationship do they have with the Most High? Okay, do they have soul ties? These are things that you need to observe. Okay, next time when you need to look at um, when it comes to potential life partner, these are some things, but you can always add to your list based on who you are. But a person will go. You have to go through all 12 houses. You're going to continue to learn a person that you're meant to be with in life as you grow old with them, not old, wise with them. But you have to be willing to accept the person that they are after they've showed you who they truly are. Don't run in and get into anything too quick, because then that could have you stuck in the seventh house doing time in a relationship with your enemy. Okay? Now, so what was I at? Sagittarius. Next is Capricorn. Hard workers. All right. Is this person toxic? What are their toxic traits? What are their patterns? Do they smoke? Do they drink? Do they do things in excess? Do they have sexual addictions? Do they have fixations? Are they abusive emotionally, mentally? After you combine, because now we're in the 10th house, right? So when it comes to Capricorn, Capricorn has the ability to make a person obsessive, stuck, trapped, and bound, but it's not necessarily an outside person. This can also be the person within self, based on the father figure. Okay, so if you're masculine, who did your father teach you to be? You know what I'm saying? You got the masculine trait, whether they were absent or present in your life. Okay? So, did you grow up in a toxic environment? Was it healthy? All of these things will highlight the shadow aspect of you, your fears, what makes you feel stuck in the mind, what makes you hold on to those emotions that are repressed. Why are you attached to that thing? Because why are you obsessed over this or that thing? And then it goes into your relationship with this or that thing. 144 on the clock right now. And then it also goes into you misjudging yourself based on your perception or idea of something false, because the Capricorn shows us the mask. Scorpio hides the mask. Capricorn wears the mask. Libra reveals the mask. This is time also. But when you look at the universal law, there's restrictions. Saturn. This is ruled by Saturn. This is ruled by Saturn. And next is the Aquarius. They rule Saturn, because that all in time heals the wounds, right? So when you forgive and you understand the timing of different events that took place, and when you discover the secrets of certain things, you're able to let go of what made you feel stuck and bound, and you no longer look at other people and project your false ideas of why you were rejected, because Capricorn is your reputation. Aries is your character. Capricorn is I use. Aries is I am. Okay? This is the first masculine. This is the false masculine. But shout out to Capricorn, because I ain't shading Capricorn. I'm just going through the houses, showing what each zodiac sign highlights in terms of lessons and things that you need to understand when you're operating out of the shadow side. And the reason why I'm focusing on the lower vibration is because so you don't get trapped in a situation that you don't want to be in. We're in Capricorn season, and we're in 2025. We are approaching for the new year in the spring, and so now we need to see what we are giving, what we are pregnant with, what we are giving birth to. You see, because what you give birth to is energetically rooted, from implanted from the ideas and level of understanding and wisdom and energy that you are in at the time of inception and conception. Okay, at the time that you get knocked up with an idea and you want something to grow, which is a pregnancy, and you want to manifest it, what you give your thoughts to and where you water that seed that you, if you don't have any faith, and if you should have faith the size of a mustard seed, what you give energy to. Like if I take this cup of water and I pour it on a seed, I expect it to grow. Is it positive or negative? Are you pouring into somebody's toxicity, or are you pouring into their health? Do you add health or wealth to a person's life? And if you are not, then you can't expect someone else to pour health and wealth into you, because you are in lack of some kind, and therefore you will be insecure in another kind. And then you'll always look to that Capricorn to feed your addiction. Anything you hold on to, anything you can't break free from, you become a slave to. This is your master, when this should be your father. See what I'm saying? Because God is the true source. He rewards false. He rewards illusion. Man will fail you, right? Woman will fail you. Mankind will fail you. But the Most High will never leave you, right? So when you have the Most High in your relationship, and when you are aligned spiritually, you will see and you will accept people for who they are, and then you don't have to blame yourself and wallow in self-pity for being in a situation that you don't want to be in, because Capricorn will trick you into the dark if you don't believe their secrets that they're already exposing to you. So in short, Believe who people show you to be. If they tell you something, you believe none of what you hear and half of what you see, but because you have to use your spiritual eye. Sagittarius shows you what you need to see because they I see is the motto of the sage, right? I think is Gemini. Use your head, not your heart in some cases. Some things you have to be to quick to what's the saying? Quick to listen and slow to speak. Because if you listen long enough, then the truth will be revealed to you. But if you act out of ego and emotion, if that pride gets the best of you, then your enemy wins every time. You give them your power because of your fear. This is how people sense fear. This is how animals sense fear. Okay, next house, Aquarius, groups of friends, hopes, wishes, dreams. Do they have any? Do they want to be somebody? Do they have a desire to heal? Scorpio is I desire. Okay, so if Scorpio rules over other people's money, are they a user? Do they use people for other people's money? These are you got to take all them houses and really, it's really easy when you break it down like this because this will show you right here. These houses will give you the questions that you need when it comes to finding the right soulmate for you, the one that you are meant to be a partner with, a life partner. That's why when you hear people say they found a life partner, they have found their true twin flame soulmate because they have found peace and balance and they don't need, because the Capricorn tells us we need, right? The most high says we already have, right? We already have, okay? So like when you go to a person and you think that you need them to help you, you the air I breathe, whatever. Those are ideas that fester in your grass, and then you put a little emotion behind it, and then it grows. And where does it grow into? The moon. And what does the moon show us? The illusions. The illusions. The fear. I don't want to be alone. If I can't have you, I want nobody else. You're the only one. It's a lie. You're not meant to find another one like that person because that person showed their true character. They're one of a kind, but there's one each. So you are meant to not find another person like them because you are meant to find something better. So now you got to use your brain. And let's look at what Aquarian has to tell us. I know. You know, therefore you can be and you can do. When you know better, you can be better and you do better shit. These are the house of friends. What's the relationship like with their friends? You know, when you have conversation, what did they tell you? How did they last relationship with their friends end? Do they got friends? Why? It's not if a person doesn't have a lot of friends, it doesn't mean that they were a bad person. It might mean that they don't fuck around. They learned a lot. Maybe they got burned by a lot of friends because maybe from the way they were brought up, when you go back to the root, go back to their roots. How were they raised? How were they taught how to respond and treat friends? What type of friends did they grow up around? Did they have real people around them? Or did they have people that was around them for what they had? Did they have a bunch of users around? Okay? So the Aquarian teaches us what we need to heal because they are healers. They are the water bearer. They're the ones they may hurt. They might bring a little motion to the party because they're out there like that. They're weird like that. So they bring the abnormal to restore normal. So this is what the Aquarians do. And then after the house of Aquarius, you have the 12th house, Pisces. This is the house of karma because Pisces is I believe. Your beliefs get tested. Your spiritual beliefs. Your spiritual beliefs. You believe none of what they say, half of what they do. What does your spirit show? You have to trust the spirit. What does the spirit show you? Trust your spiritual eye. This is the pineal gland. This is the third eye. After you've gone through your transformation, the Scorpio is the death and rebirth of you, of death of old self, rebirth of new self. Have they gone through their awakening? This is the subconscious. Are they awakened? That is very important because your values, your spiritual beliefs have to align with theirs. If you are closed-minded and you're not open-minded, if you're open-minded and a person is closed-minded, that's not going to work. Doesn't mean that somebody's a bad person. It just means that you believe this and they believe that. And so respectfully, that is the timeline that you are both on in this lifetime. Some people are meant to awaken and some people are not meant to awaken in this life. Some people are meant to awaken you, and some people are meant to I'm not going to say hurt you, I'm going to say heal you. Because anything that was sent to destroy you but has not destroyed you but built your character back up, made you a believer, made you stronger, because this is the backbone. All right? Whatever was meant to destroy you but made you stronger because your spirit moves through you, right? You have the power, the you got that eye of the tiger, basically. You know you're protected. So now you have to make better moves, right? This is kind of like a mixed message between identifying zodiac signs, astrological houses, and stuff like that, and another mix when it comes to just breaking it down. Okay, so when you're looking at a person's birth chart or you're looking at your birth chart to understand yourself, the north node is the path that you're supposed to be on. The south node is where you're coming from. Okay, Mars is the planet of war, ruled by ruler of Scorpio and Aries. Okay, Venus, the planet of love, right? Feminine, masculine, love and war. Venus is Taurus and Libra energy. Okay? This is the way you love, what you love. All right? What makes you attractive? What it is that the type of people you desire. Okay? Neptune, your planet of fantasy. What are your dreams? How do you see it? How do you imagine it? You know? Your Prince Charming, whatever it is when you're trying to manifest. Pluto, death, rebirth, power, regeneration. Smallest planet, but very, very powerful. This is what you have to tap into in order to become a different version of you. 333 on the clock. Mercury, communication, your thought. Gemini, Virgo energy. Okay. This is also the only planet that rules over communication. Here's everything. We are the channel. This is the channel. This is the device. Everything communication and technological works kind of hand in hand with Aquarius because this is technology, but this is the devices. Before we had cassette tapes, 8 tracks, and all that. Now we got cell phones, iPhones, social media. Okay, everything comes through Mercury. Saturn, the rings of karma, time, order, restriction. So if you look at a birth chart and you're looking at the moon, what influences a person? This is all about your security. What makes you feel secure? What makes you feel insecure? So you look at Cancer, security, the home life, the way they came up. Okay, Scorpio, the fears, insecurities. Okay, especially like if it's a Leo moon. A Leo moon, for instance, would be like somebody that has a lot of pride and ego, and they can be very insecure at times. So then the security is, are you willing to deal with a person that has insecurity issues to a certain extent to where they like drama? Because Leo brings the drama. They are the dramatic ones. They are the actors and actresses. You know what I'm saying? Everything is so grand, darling. Oh my gosh. Like that with a Leo. Okay? Uranus, Aquarius energy, and also Scorpio. because this brings sudden change. This is the rebellious one. Okay? Don't like to be told what to do. Okay? The sun sign is your character, who you are. Your rising sign is who you appear, like the public version to you, who you present yourself to be like. Okay? So those are some of the things that if you are interested in someone or interested to know what they are about, over time, understand where the planets are aligned and then understand what the person is showing you just based on them being themselves and being in the flow of the energy. If a person is like, I don't know nothing about that spirituality stuff and I don't get into all of that incense and shit, that is so far from the reality of spirituality. That means someone may not be as educated as you need them to be to meet your requirements. If you are a person that likes knowledge, likes to read books and stuff like that, the Leo in that person will tell you, the fifth house will tell you about what a person likes to do, what they like to do for fun. That's the house about fun. How mature are they in the fifth house? Okay, that's very important. Um, yeah. So I think I'm gonna sum it up right there. And if you're in a position where you are healing and you are single and you are with yourself, then you could always apply these houses to your own birth chart and learn yourself and learn what makes you tick. What do you like? What are your character traits? What do you have a habit of doing? What do you have a habit of not doing? And then you'll know what to expect from self. So when a person comes and triggers you or influences you in any kind of way, you are aware of self. 37 on the clock. So that means a 10-10. That means something is almost complete. So the full moon is going to be in Cancer coming up, and that is going to highlight a lot of emotions for those that are unhealed. It will bring about clarity. There's a lot of people that's going through issues with the mother figure. But since we are in Capricorn season, it is going to highlight the father figure on the mother side. I believe that's correct. The father figure on the mother side. And that's the side of you that you are healing from, the karma from that side, that generation, from the mother's father. Okay, the lessons that are taught from there, the restrictions, the order, the discipline, the structure, right? Was there structure in the home? Those things have a lot to they mean they weigh a lot when it comes to stability in your life. So that's how you'll know if a person is bringing stability into your life or not. It takes time getting to it though. There's nothing wrong with educating yourself. You have to. We're in the age of Aquarius. You have to look at things from a different perspective because the world is changing. Capricorn is adaptable. Um, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini are the mutable signs. So those are the places you need to really look to discover what is not being made known, so to speak. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. I hope this helped for whoever's listening, and I wish you good luck on your endeavors when it comes to whatever it is you're looking for on your journey, whether it's excuse me, clarity of self, truth and understanding of what's happening around you, whether you're just trying to get to understand why it is that you're seeing the things that you're seeing. And there's a lot of influence, a lot of things that are being influenced, which is what's influencing the people. And your perception of reality is being diluted if you choose to stay unconscious. Don't let nobody tell you that being awake means that you ain't right up here. Okay? Because you don't want to go to sleep. You don't want to stay in a dream state. Because when you're in dream state, you're all loopy. You don't know what the hell is really going on. You're not in reality. You're in fantasy. Now you can have a fantasy land as long as you have balance with reality. All you want. You know what I'm saying? So like the video, share, subscribe. My information is in the description box. Comment if you would like to see a different video, whatever kind of video. If you just want to send a comment, I appreciate your time. Peace.